Hello beautiful people, welcome to class today. I've had some requests for some shorter flows, so we're going to go ahead and do that today. I got to meditate this morning and I do it out in this pool house area, and I just thought that you guys might enjoy some of the nature sounds as I meditate. I happen to live near a retention pond behind my house and a forest across the street, so I have all this nature around me, which is actually really wonderful. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy some of it too. So this is just a good morning stretch, and we'll start down on our backs. But before we begin, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning into the channel, showing support. If you do like any of the videos, please like, subscribe, and click the bell for the notifications. The bell pretty much gives you a notification every time there's a new video, then you'll get the new updated video. So anyways, good morning, and let's go ahead and start on our backs. So just come into the breath. Start to slow things down, find the stillness. We're going to constrict the back of our throat to create that ujjayi sound. It's a warming breath, and it creates the sound of the whale or an ocean. Feel the ground support you. And relax your body, starting from your toes. If you have any tension in the lower body, just release it. Going up the legs, just releasing any tension you maybe have in your knees. Relaxing the hips. Feeling the shoulder blades down on the floor, relaxing the shoulders. Palms up. If you have any tension in your eyebrows or the tongue on the roof of the mouth, go ahead and release that down. Inhale, sip a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead and point your toes. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Rock it out side to side. Inhale, straighten your legs to the front of the room, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, knees into the chest. Rock it side to side. We have one more. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, point your toes. Exhale, knees into the chest. Go ahead, straighten your right leg and hug your left knee to the outside of the left ribs for half wind removing pose. Take your right hand onto the left knee and roll your left knee over to the right side of the room. You could cactus out the left arm. If your knee doesn't touch the floor, it's okay. Mine doesn't quite go all the way there, especially in the morning. We have to get our oil can out in the morning, you guys. And we'll come back into the center. Hug your knee back into the chest. And take your knee and just with a bent leg, open it out to the side. So just opening up the hip. And then gently release your leg all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, bring your right knee up into the chest. Bring it just a little bit out to the right of the ribs. And then open your, or close your knee. So take your right knee all the way over to the left side of the room. cactus out the right hand. Find the twist in the lower back. Find your inner smile. Inhale back into the center. And when you do, just take your right hand on the right knee and open it out to the side. Just a little bit of a hip opener. And then slowly lower the leg all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, point your toes. Exhale, knees into the chest. Give yourselves a big hug. Take your knees wide and feet together, coming into a reclined bound angle. See if you could work on bringing your toes closer to your face. Maybe you'll use your elbows to push your knees away from you. You should feel the stretch in the low back. Take your hands to the outside edges of the feet for happy baby. Root your sacrum down onto the floor. Gaze down the center line to get the back of the neck down on the floor as well. And then press your thighs to the outside of the ribs, hands on the outside edges of the feet. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, point your toes to the front of the room. And then exhale, release your arms down by your side. We're going to do 3 abdominal exercises, so warming up the core. Inhale, hover your feet up off the floor and then slowly raise them all the way up towards the sky. Find yourself in a legs up the wall position. Now I'm feeling tight right here. It's the morning for me too. Yeah, just find this position. Maybe flex your toes back towards your head. Work on straightening the legs. Maybe flex your quadriceps as you point your toes back. Exhale, drop your hips or your legs just 1/3. Drop your feet 1 more third. And then drop your feet 2 inches off the floor. Maybe you lift your shoulder blades up off the ground as well. Reach your hands towards the front of the room and go ahead and crisscross your legs all the way up. Let's drop our feet 1/3. Drop your feet 1 more third. Drop it 2 inches off the floor. Get ready to crisscross your legs all the way up. You've got 1 more. Exhale, drop your feet 1/3. 1 more third. 2 inches off the floor. Crisscross your legs up. Give yourselves a big hug. So we're not going to do too many of those, so don't worry. It's just to kind of get the core fired up. It's so important for so much of our practice. Go ahead, drop your feet down to the floor. Windshield wiper the legs, left and right. Keep going. I'm just putting my mic pack back on. And then we'll slowly roll over to the right side of the mat. You can rest on your right bicep and then use your left hand. Press it down into the floor and slowly come up to a seated position. Finding ourselves in a nice, easy seat. We could go ahead and start with some soupy swirls. So bringing your chest to the front, side, and back. Just finding some circles with the spine, warming up the spine. And then we could go the opposite direction. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist. Bring your right hand back behind your body and their left hand onto the right knee. Gaze over the right shoulder. And for a variation, maybe we come down to the floor, drop your left elbow down onto the floor. Maybe reach your right hand all the way around. Try to find the left hip crease. Roll the right shoulder open. So you could either have a straight arm or the left elbow down onto the floor. Either way, work on opening up the right shoulder. Slowly come back. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist right hand on the left knee. Gaze over the left shoulder. So you're using your back hand to push the floor away from you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Find your variation where you drop the left hand down to the floor, maybe drop down to the elbow, and then roll the left shoulder open, really expanding the heart up towards the sky. And gently come back. So one more variation. Take your hand behind you and see if you can come up onto your knees. Reach your arm all the way up back behind you, finding a back bend. Exhale, slowly come on down. Cartwheel our arms up and over. So place the left hand back behind you. Reach the right arm up overhead. Find a little baby back bend. Maybe reach your right hand all the way back behind you. Exhale, come on down. Let's try that again with our legs crossed the other way. Take your right hand back behind the back and then roll forward. Drop your knees to the floor. Reach your left arm all the way back behind you. Lift your hips. Exhale, come on down. Other side, cartwheel your arms up and over. Inhale, lift. Open up through the heart, opening through the pelvis. Exhale, come on down. Let's slowly walk your hands forward, finding the fold. Inhale, lift. Let's go ahead, straighten our legs out. We could shake it just for a little bit. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Whew. I'm feeling tight here in the back of my legs. So wherever you feel tightness, just send your breath there. And then slowly come on up. Let's find ourselves in a tabletop position. So hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, cow face. Exhale, cat posture. Round the spine, hug your chin in tight into the chest. Inhale, cow face. Exhale, cat posture. Curl the toes under, find a downward facing dog. So pedal the feet left and right, left and right. And let's shimmy, come up high on your tippy toes. We're going to roll forward, undulating your spine all the way into a plank position. Bend your knees a lot. Push your hips back towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog. Undulate forward, come up high on the tippy toes, round forward into the plank. Exhale, bend the knees, tip the tailbone back. Downward facing dog. Let's come up high on the toes. This time walk your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Forward fold. You can put your hands on your elbows and just hang heavy here for a couple of breaths. You have soft knees, so bend the knees a little bit, protecting your low spine. So the hamstrings are just going to want a little bit of a warm up. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then root to rise. Bring your arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Whew. Gotta get my hair out of my face. Always wonder how those girls do it in all these videos. And then go ahead and step your right foot out to the side for a wide leg fold. So to have your toes in and the heels out. Bring your arms out like the letter T, and with a flat back, hinge at the hips, swan dive all the way down towards the floor. Let your head hang heavy down towards the ground. You can have your hands straight down in front of you, or if you're a little bit more flexible, you can put your hands to the outside edges of the feet. And then bend the elbows. Use your arms to pull your chest further on down the thighs. And then slowly release. Put your hands onto your hips with a flat back, hinge at the hips, slowly come on up. Let's come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, bring your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step the left foot back. Drop your left knee all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lift your arms. You could have your hands up onto your knee. You can use blocks if you need them, or maybe reach them up towards the sky. You can decide. Find the breath. So we're lengthening out the left hip flexor. Exhale, bring your hands in the heart center. come on out of it a little bit. And if you need a pillow or anything like that for the left knee, go ahead and put your knee onto a pillow. You don't have to have it on the floor. And we're coming into a twist, so take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Have your hands in prayer and then sink your hips. Find the twist, look over the right shoulder. Breathe. And then gaze down at the floor. Drop the left hand, curl the left toes under. Inhale, lift the left knee, right hand up towards the sky. Drop your right hand all the way down to the floor. Step the left foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Drop the right knee all the way down towards the floor. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can put your hands onto your knees, or you can have them reach up towards the sky, or you could also put them on blocks, so you decide. Inhale, lift your heart. So you're pushing your chest away from the knee, and then make sure your knee is over the ankle. If it's not, you need to take a little bit of a wider stance. Come out of it a little bit, and if you need a pillow, put your knee on the pillow. Find your hands in the heart center. Exhale, twist. So bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Gaze over the left shoulder. Drop your right hand down to the floor, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, left hand up towards the ceiling. Drop your left hand down to the floor and go ahead, step your right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, hands in the heart center. So go ahead, bring your feet together, toes and heels touch. Bring your arms out and up overhead. Interlace all 10 fingers and release just the index finger. Inhale, lift up tall, and then put all your weight into the right foot. Take your left foot all the way over to the right side of the mat. Press it down, and then bend over to the right. So work on pulling your biceps back by the ears. And you can bend into the right knee. You should feel the stretch in the hips. And then inhale, slowly come back to the center. Take your left foot back, and then take your right foot, step it behind your left. Inhale, find the length first. Exhale, bend over to the left side. Maybe you gaze underneath the left bicep. Feel the stretch in the side body. And then inhale all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, half lift. Take your feet mat distance apart. Exhale, Malasana squat. So finding our Malasana squat, hands in the heart center. Use your elbows to push your knees wide. Inhale, sit up tall. Find a nice tall, long giraffe neck. And then exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Let's finish it with some abs. Coming into a boat posture. So if you could bring your knees or your shins parallel to the floor and reach your hands towards the front of the room. Bring your hands in the heart center. Exhale, take your left elbow to the right knee. Inhale to the center. Exhale, right elbow to the left knee. Inhale to the center. Keep going. You got through 2 more sets. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Last set. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale to the center. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale to the center. Find the low boat. Let's see if we could do one more of those that we started at the beginning of class, where we crisscross our legs all the way up to the sky. Exhale, down 1/3. Lower down 1 more third. 2 inches off the floor. You got 2 more. Crisscross up. Exhale, down 1/3. You can do it. Exhale, down 1/3. 2 inches off the floor. Crisscross up. Exhale, down 1/3. 1 more third. 2 inches off the floor. And then slowly release it all the way down to the floor. Ah, you guys did it. So just find your peace, your quiet space. Relax. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, knees into the chest. Roll over to one side of the mat. Take your time. And then push your left hand into the floor. Come all the way up into a nice, easy seat. Well, it's morning. The garbage man came. We've got people starting their lawnmowers. The world is waking up. Thank you for stretching with me, taking the time to do some self-care. So again, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, click on the bell for the notifications. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Namaste.